Then Mail Slayer tweets out, hypocrite Ethan Klein talked about Trisha Paytas' kids and even made fun of her new baby's name.
What is the new baby's name?
When I say Ethan Klein, Theodore, and his other...
I mean, sure, Ethan, but what did again his son do? What did his child, like, innocent children do? Like, what are we doing here?
Kids. I'm saying it for a reason. His kids...
You're not.
Kids will one day realize they never met their cousins because of their pathetic dad.
And you're saying all of this again without disclosing what Trisha's baby's name is, because I guaranteed if you disclose that, I think people will have... Can I say it first? I think people will have a different opinion on what's being said here. A very different one. I already know what it is, baby. You know the time I'm on. You've seen Talent Thumbnail. A couple of pod episodes ago, Ethan and the crew were talking a little bit about Miss Trisha Paytas and a whole situation going on with her because she just had a newborn. Yay, but the situation doesn't stay yay for that long. A bit mixy and messy. You see the situation around her newborn that Ethan and the crew were talking about, a bit ridiculous. But more of that situation comes out today because we got quite the video on it, so I ain't gonna waste no more time. Trilly talks everything at Trilly does indeed yap everything every single time, baby. Let's get right into it. You already know, gang, of course. Shout out Sure to Love with Connor over at Internet Versus Gang. We got Internet versus Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG video? Down in the description. First link, Sure to Love with Connor, like I said. And we need to hop into this boy. See how truly mixy it got, because we weren't getting too deep dived into this boy, but now we are.
Recently, Trisha Paytas had a child and the whole internet exploded, with many people doing the tradition of reincarnation memes after Ozzy Osbourne died within a few hours of the baby being announced. However, this expanded beyond just internet jokes when Ethan Klein said on his podcast that he believes Trisha Paytas lied about being infertile in the past, saying that she did it simply for attention and sympathy. This caused an uproar on various snark Reddits against Ethan Klein, with him doubling down in response on his Instagram story saying he's actually going to...
Should I make a quick video on Trisha lying and Moses fucking our fans, lying about Jews, Hassan lying about Jews controlling ISIS. Hassan!
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
Make a video on the situation, along with accusing Moses, Ela Klein's brother and Trisha's husband, of being inappropriate with fans in the past. Welcome to the internet versus Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas. It starts when Trish Grave tweets out, Trisha Paytas announces her baby's name is Aquaman Moses Paytas Hackman.
And we're seeing why it got a bit mixy, huh? Aquaman? Yep, fastest way to, you know, really mess up your child's social creds. And, yeah, get them bullied immediately.
Now, of course, there was a whole bunch of memes about this situation, but the topic of this video really starts when Lil CPS tweets out, Ethan Klein again accuses Trisha
Lil CPS?
Paytas of lying about her fertility struggles after welcoming her new baby, Aquaman. What a sad, miserable man.
Yo, there's no way niggas are taking this shit serious.
Attaching this clip.
Always beautiful and great.
Yes.
But once again, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to get it out. Trisha lied about being infertile, and that's a disgusting thing to do. She had 3 kids back to back without a single fucking hesitation. Back to back. She got pregnant immediately. Now that's great and good for them, but she continually lied about being infertile, which is a horrible fucking thing to do because real people go through that every day.
Let me see. Captions in this clip are from the original source and not provided by Internet Versus. Okay, here, let me see this shit.
They lied about being
because not wait, hold
back
on.
Say it, I'm gonna get it out. Trisha lied.
Ethan calling him misogynist. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you niggas have been calling him this shit for how goddamn long? Yeah, again, the lawsuit isn't misogynist.
Lied about being infertile, and that's a disgusting thing to do. She had 3 kids.
The lawsuit isn't misogynistic.
Back to back without a single fucking hesitation. Back to back. She got pregnant immediately. Now that's great and good for them, but she continually lied about being infertile, which is
he has no understanding of fertility and eagerly spreads damaging misinfo to harm women. Do you have the understanding of fertility? Like, if he has no understanding and you're saying he doesn't understand, wouldn't it be best to substantiate that by showing that what it actually means? You're just saying shit. You're just saying you're just saying that he's spreading misinfo to harm women. You're like you're just spreading out that narrative. How do we know that you have the understanding? Now, looking in hindsight, I'm like, dog, can you shut the fuck up? Anyway, how do we know that you have this so-called high understanding of fertility and all that type of beat? Like what? And even let's say in a perchance instance that like Ethan has no fucking idea what he's talking about at all and knows nothing about goddamn fertility. How is this shit in an overall to harm women? Like he's maliciously saying that. If anything, he would be saying that as someone who is misinformed and not someone who is trying to fucking harm women by saying this shit. It's dumb. Anyway,
a horrible fucking thing to do, because real people go through that every day, and they don't get to have 3 kids back to back exactly planned just like you want. Fuck that.
I'm a little old school, so I'm just gonna say congrats.
Congrats. Yeah, that's what I said too.
Yeah, it's fine.
and that's literally what I said too. I'm like, yeah, bro. Listen, I say it all the time. Number one thing to Trilly, family. Two to that. Once you have children, the bullshit is done. Miss Paytas. It looks like it wasn't fucking done considering this name. Third to that, it's like, yeah, of course, bro. When you bring children into this world, a lovely thing, all children miracles. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you got to give your children TLC, make sure they're good and all that type of beat. So obviously later down in life, they're going to be upstanding people, great people, baby. But like, yeah, nah, it's a great thing to bring children into this world. It's just a bad thing to set them up later in life to probably get bullied and shit because their name is fucking Aquaman.
Listen, it upsets me. I don't like the way that she's lied about this shit, okay? You guys don't have to say it, but I will. I know people go, oh, she got IVF and stuff. That helps, but if you're infertile, like she's lied about her whole fucking life leading up.
I'm about to say, is there any more captions? No. Okay.
It's fine. Listen, it upsets me. I don't like the way that she's lied about this shit, okay? You guys don't have to say it, but I will. I know people go, oh, she got IVF and stuff. That helps, but if you're infertile, like she's lied about her whole fucking life leading up to this. She said she got diagnosed that she will never have kids. And she's farm simple.
Well, if that was the case, then I don't know how she had Aquaman, so it seems that would be untrue.
Sympathy for it her whole career up until she magically had 3 family plannings go perfectly without a hitch. Liar. Shame on her for lying about that. It's horrifically disgusting. But family's beautiful, and that's all I have to say about that. I just think she's disgusting for lying
Stamped on that, of course. Number one thing, baby. Family, baby.
about that. And Moses is a fucking freak for naming his kid Aquaman.
Yeah, no, that shit is just dumb. I don't care what nobody fucking says. You should not be naming your children after fucking, like, DC Universe characters. Some dumb shit.
They continue their thread. Not all the Trishy-landers I mentioned now that the newest Trisha snark just got banned for harassing her children. And Samantha says, I don't get why he's so passionate about this or what the point of her lying would even be, lol. And Exasm replies, she lies about a lot of things for no reason other than to gain sympathy and attention.
We deal with a lot of these bulls. Pathological liars, victim complexes, cry bullies, never taking accountability. Seems to be a familiar.
He's passionate about it because it's a close and personal subject for him and his wife, who had to undergo fertility treatments to have their kids. And Cece
The more you know.
replies to the clip by saying, also, women's health is extremely underfunded and studied on. Women get inaccurate diagnoses all of the time. Is he her OBGYN? And Ojama replies, why are you guys acting like Trisha is not a pathological liar?
Maxed out on the stats.
And one tired human says, because she's not. People call her a liar because she can't clearly remember things like what age she started S work, for example, but not
Is this the only example ever we have of her lying? I don't think it is.
having a clear memory of something does not equal lying. And Ojama replies, she lied about having DID, about being a trans man, about being schizophrenic.
About being a fucking trans man? What the? What the fuck? Wheeze!
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
Weasley little liar, dude.
About
I'm
being
like, what the fuck?
abused by a teacher and defamed a dead man. She got pregnant right
And defamed a dead man. Holy shit.
after she started trying and has been pregnant for 3 years straight without having to do any fertility treatments. And one tired human replies, 1, she didn't lie. She was uneducated and thought she had it because she would have blackouts and not remember what happened. People
Wait, what? What? If she said she had some shit that she didn't have, then that would be a fucking lie. It's literally saying she's uneducated is just adding on to that, because then you're putting in there that, yo, instead of getting educated on the matter and putting out what was truthful about it, yeah, she just went about and fucking said whatever. So what? Huh? Like,
would tell her she was a different person, something people with BPD can struggle with, and she did end up turning it into a joke when people didn't take her seriously. 2, she didn't lie about her teacher. There's no proof she was lying, just that she was wrong about him going to jail. She didn't know he had passed because
isn't that spreading misinformation? How would you take her to be more credible in that stance?
why would she? She only heard he went to jail. At the end of the day, no one knows what happened besides Trisha and the teacher. And 3, Trisha has been talking about her
Well, then we would have to take her word for that. But again, if she's showing a history of pathological lying and like you're pathologically lying and like shows multiple instances of lying, then it's like, you know, it's hard to again take her at her word because of credibility. patterns of behavior.
Her infertility issues long before she started the podcast with Ethan, and has talked about her treatments. And Ojama replies, yeah, that's called her lying for sympathy because she saw other women on infertility journeys get insane amounts of clout and love. The amount of grace you people give to a pathological liar that hasn't done an ounce of activism in her life and voted for Biden for an Instagram post is wild to me. Why not go to war for someone actually worth it, instead of someone who domestically abused her last 2 partners? Over on r/leftovers H3, recovered a gang saw.
Oh, great. Haha, the snark! Ethan Klein, a misogynist.
Also posted the same clip with the caption, Ethan Klein the misogynist again accuses Trisha Paytas of lying about her fertility struggles. My jaw was on the floor. He will be a miserable piece of shit for the rest of his life.
Okay, again, not taking into account that Miss Paytas has a history of lying, but sure.
And Joper says, funnily enough, Olivia fell silent the rest of the episode. And Busy Swan replies, and yet, like always, she'll still stick around.
What is the point of bringing, the crew into this? And it's so funny because Ethan literally said this, John. He's like, yo, y'all won't say it, probably because they don't have to say it if they're not feeling like saying it, because, again, their opinion is their own. Ethan said it because he fucking wanted to. What the fuck are we sitting here doing, bro? This shit. These niggas, bro.
Even knowing her boss is awful. And Angelica says, I find it funny how making fun of Trisha is one of the only things that visibly bothers her. Meanwhile, she sits and giggles and yasses through things with much heavier, global, objectively more fucked up implications on a daily basis.
You have to give your opinion on quite literally everything? God damn.
Not undermining Trisha, but come on. And the Penguin replies, kind of how Ethan is more upset about how Netanyahu makes Jews look bad, more than he is in him committing a fucking genocide and dehumanizing Palestinians.
Oh my fucking these niggas are in the snark. But there's a fucking genocide going on. Oh my fucking what do I fucking expect? This is the goddamn snark. Of course, this is where shit like this fucking originates.
On a fucking podcast. They only care about what affects them. HZ fan says, that's his newborn nephew he's talking about, by the way. And Duflamingo 4900 replies, important to note that he and his wife also struggled with infertility and had 3 kids back to back to back in less than 5 years. Trisha had 3 kids in 3 years. That doesn't mean she lied about struggling with infertility. Treatments exist and he knows that better than anyone because he literally went through it. Can you imagine if someone accused Hila of lying about infertility struggles based on how quickly their kids were born? He would dedicate the next several years and millions of dollars to ruining their entire life. Well,
again, was she making the claims of being like infertile? Like, see, that's the thing, man. Like,
fucking freak. NEB
was she going out like that's what I'm really sitting here thinking. Was she going out like, you know what I'm saying, boistering these claims like hefty to farm sympathy and all that? I don't think she was doing that. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like,
replies, we need a clip of him doing it the first time too, because I think that got lost in the underscore sub. Because that happened when Snark was down. Can't let this bitch forget about it. It also happened like the day before he announced CPS was called, which was one of the main reasons I suspected he faked that shit, because he always pulled those stunts.
He fucking faked the CPS call. Gang, he posted the fucking papers to his story. That he was all clear and that it was fucking some bullshit ass call. What the fuck?
Right after doing / saying something horrible to distract from the shit he got called out for. Might also be a coincidence and happened, who knows? I don't give a fuck either way. If it's fake, then I'm not surprised. If it's real, then he clearly deserved it, since CPS isn't just showing up to any house after any call. And Eve Can Do It replies, here's the clip of him going on a rant about this back in March. And Rusty Shackelford posted this clip, which is 9 minutes. I'm not going to play the entire thing, but I will play this little segment of the clip to just represent what happened back in March.
Listen, if it makes me a giant asshole, I own that. I'm a fucking giant asshole. That's just that's what I thought. Maybe I shouldn't question her, and I know it's fucked up to question her, and I know how sensitive it is and how hard it is for women to get pregnant and how personal and all this shit is. Okay? Yeah, I'm a giant fucking asshole, okay? I shouldn't do it. That was my first thought. That's it. I said, this woman's on her 3rd fucking baby, and she went and she fucking, like, she shamed me and my wife for announcing we got pregnant, and then she had 3 babies, like, consecutively, like, no fucking problem. Like, bam, bam, bam. Like, exactly planned. Like, bam, bam, bam. She got pregnant like the day after they got married. That kind of timing is not what happens when you're infertile. I've heard about the things that women go through who are actually infertile trying to get babies, and it is like hell.
I'm about to say, yeah, of course it's a difficult process. Like, that's what I'm saying. So obviously, if she's going around boistering that she would be infertile and all this, John, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but if she would be going around boistering and sympathizing or trying to farm sympathy and all that, or trying to farm sympathy brownie points and all that type of beat, like, yo, that's not something you can make in comparison to Ethan and Hila, because again, is Ethan doing that, bro? Like, I don't think they were, but again, I stand to be corrected. It surely is a dumbass.
They put themselves through hell. They have to do the egg collection like several times. Sometimes the eggs, you barely get like a few. Like when Hila got it, she got dozens. Sometimes when you're infertile, you get 1 or 2, maybe if you're lucky. And then you have to pray that they're high quality. This is my opinion, okay? I'm the biggest asshole in the world. I don't care. Everybody already thinks that, and maybe it's true, right? I think she fucking lied, and I think it's fucked up, and that's all I have to say about that.
He said, stand on peas.
This is just me, baby. I make no fucking apology. Fuck you. How about that? Fuck all you Trisha stands, and fuck Trisha too for lying about it, in my opinion. Listen, I've been through IVF. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not some random punter on the sidelines. I know Trisha, and I know IVF, and I fucking think it's fucked up. I've noticed it from the first one. I'm so sorry for calling Trisha Paytas a fucking liar. Please forgive me. You know how little fucks I give about
He said,
these fucking people? Boom, boom.
Then Mail Slayer tweets out, hypocrite Ethan Klein talked about Trisha Paytas' kids and even made fun of her new baby's name.
yes, because her new baby's name is... Wait, is this the... Oh, this is that one tweet. Yeah, this is about the dumbest shit I've ever seen. This is a perfect example of, like, quite literally leaving all of the context out. So let's run it back. I'm looking like, wait a minute, what?
These fucking people. Boom, boom.
Then Mail Slayer tweets out, hypocrite Ethan Klein talked about Trisha Paytas' kids and even made fun of her new baby's name.
What is the new baby's name?
When I say fuck Ethan Klein, fuck Theodore and his other
I mean, sure, fuck Ethan, but what did again his son do? What did his child, like, innocent children do? Like, what are we doing here?
kids, I'm saying it for a reason. His kids
You're not.
will one day realize they never met their cousins because of their pathetic dad.
And you're saying all of this again without disclosing what Trisha's baby's name is, because I guaranteed if you disclose that, I think people will have... Damn, can I say it first? I think people will have a different opinion on what's being said here. A very different one.
Kids, I'm saying it for a reason. His kids will one day realize they never met their cousins because of their pathetic dad. And Choso replies, yes, defend the retard co who gave their kid a name that they will change at 18 after being ruthlessly bullied for it because their mom is a deranged quirk chungus.
See, now I'm not saying all that, but I do agree with this part. Yes, they're like Trisha's child. Yeah, will be changing their fucking name at 18 because Aquaman is not a fucking name. I don't give a fuck what any of y'all say. Nigga, cancel me. You can go ahead and fucking cancel my ass, my nigga. You're not about to call your kid fucking Aquaman again. This is not the DC superhero universe. This is reality, and this shit in reality is going to get this child bullied.
NOP says, the name literally isn't bad, dumbass.
Yes, you fucking moron. Holy shit. Like, yo, again, it's the shit. I hate when niggas do the dumb shit with fucking children, bro. Again, the dumb shit cuts out when you got kids. You fucking idiot. Yes, the fuck it is, bro. This name is terrible, bro. Like, hun, if you are a hun, I have no fucking idea, bro. Everybody fucking lies with all this bullshit. These goddamn PFPs and all this dumb shit. Niggas think they're anonymous. But hun, I'm assuming, yeah, you're a fucking moron because you are a dumbass. The name is fucking terrible. Again, this is not the DC superhero universe. This is real life.
And DrillTooth says, holy bait. AB then weighs in and replies to Mail Slayer's original post by saying, you're a disgusting human being. Disagree
Shout out Star Killer.
with his takes all you want, but saying fuck his kids is truly grotesque. Shame on you.
Facts.
Then over on H3H3 Productions' Dragon Ball fan account puts the interaction between Mail Slayer and AB and captions it, that's right, AB. And Kanjibo says, the fact that AB is going to 100% get harassed to all fuck in the comments for defending kids is fucking insane, and, once again, shows this has nothing to do with Palestine and these people do not give a single fuck about genocide. And Cornelius Bread replies, I think the majority of snarkers come from the Trisha era. These people got lucky that they can use Palestine to further their original hate for Ethan. It also makes sense.
Nah, I think at least right now in the current, most of the snarkers are coming from fucking Hassan. Like, that's not even a question. I'm sure there still are maybe some lingerers from the Trisha era, but most of these niggas are Hassan G boys. Most of these niggas are.
That's why these people are utterly mentally insane. When your favorite influencer is Trisha Paytas, you are definitely not right in the head. Fromi again says, she named her kid fucking Aquaman.
Bombacat!
Like, that's what I'm saying. The kid's name is Aquaman, bro. These niggas must be this fucking stupid. But these idiots always blowing from stupid town. Am I actually fucking surprised? No.
There is no way to defend that. And
Literally zero.
Raglar replies, Ethan was 100% right when he said Trisha viewed them as an accessory. Then Ethan responds to this when Yee tweets it out with a caption, Ethan says he will be dropping a video about Trisha Paytas and her husband Moses. Also doubles down on his take about Trisha's infertility issues. And he attaches this screenshot of Ethan's Instagram story where he screenshots a post from H3 Productions which says, a reminder for Trisha Paytas' fans, Trisha harassed and abused Ethan constantly during frenemies, insulted Ela, says Moses just wants...
Oh wait, yeah, he's reading the one down here.
Reminder for Trisha Paytas' fans, Trisha harassed and abused Ethan constantly during frenemies, insulted Ela, says Moses just wants to fuck H3 fans,
Ew.
said she will fuck Ethan's dad.
Ew.
This is the same person Trisha fans claim was actually Ethan's victim. Here's an incomplete timeline of her abuse. And then Ethan responds saying, lol, are people actually mad about what I said? This freak lied, in my opinion, about being infertile for social credit, and then immediately had 3 kids in perfect succession. I'm entitled to my opinion on the matter as a parent that has been through fertility treatments. I'll also add that this involves my family, so this is very much my business, and very much not yours, you parasocial rejects. P.S. Moses allegedly SA'd at least one of our fans, stealth and exploited at least one other for S. He is the reason there will never be a Frenemies reunion, not Trisha. We will never forgive him for taking advantage of her fans for S behind our backs. Also, her fans have tried to ruin our lives every day since Frenemies ended. Some of them are currently being sued. Have a nice day. Then there's this Instagram story where he says, should I make a quick video on between Trisha lying and Moses fucking her fans and Hassan lying about Jews controlling ISIS, which we also covered all of the conversation about that on our channel as well. Over on RH3H3 Productions, C&M Guzzler also posted this Instagram story by Ethan with the caption, dropping fucking bombs, Ethan. And Shinnikal replies, Moses is gonna go running to mommy again.
I ain't gonna lie, it's looking bad for the bold Moses, bro. He can, ooh, he get outed, allegedly.
Our ambassador says, the clip of Ethan telling Moses he will never stop talking about him and Ethan making fun of him for crying to mommy is one of the best ever podcast moments. I hope we get another one. Lethal Gillyknacker says, well, shit, there it is. I don't think they've ever actually brought this up or addressed this head on before.
Well, if there was a time to be addressed, it probably will be now, since this boy is, getting blasted out.
And Tanas262 replies, yeah, I heard of the stealthing allegations, but Ethan never said anything about them until now. He's definitely not giving a fuck anymore about protecting Moses, and I'm glad it's that way. Knowing that Ethan and Hila know and are aware of this just makes more sense why they repeatedly used to say, Moses is why frenemies is not a thing anymore.
Yeah, because apparently, again, if these bulls' allegations or all the shit he allegedly did is even close to being substantiated for sure. Ooh. Dunskies. For sure, Dunskies.
Also on Leftovers H3, Calmaphone at 6848 posts, the Trisha lied about her fertility narrative is very obviously something Ethan picked up from TL. I haven't seen many people pointing out that despite the fact Ethan is constantly accusing other of being snark-brained and currently claims to be anti-snark subreddits, he's still repeating arguments on his show that came from Trisha's now deleted snark Reddit, Trishyland, which he used to frequent daily before it got deleted by Reddit for harassment. The idea that Trisha lied about being infertile was very often repeated on Trishyland, and a lot of the clips people used as evidence that she lied were also compiled by TL snarkers. I personally don't think Ethan came to the conclusion that she lied about her fertility struggles on his own, and given the fact
what? So instead of, his actual experience, what I'm saying, having children himself with Hila, nah, bro. He had to, for more education on this matter, he had to go hit up fucking Trisha Snark. Nigga, what? Bro, this is why these niggas call you niggas snark brain. Because do you see how much that just doesn't fucking make any common sense? Like, literally fucking none. Like, that is not...
We know he used to visit TL. It was one of his frequently visited pages on his browser, and he and Hila also refer to the subreddit as a home base. It's obvious where he got this idea. Ethan is truly the biggest hypocrite on the planet. He claims to be an anti-snark crusader and talks about how snark subs cause people to end themselves, but not only is his show basically a snark podcast on his enemies, he also steals—
It's literally not. They cover other things, like, besides fucking dramas and shit. They do have Warzone segments where they cover the dramas, but a lot of the time, it's because, a lot of these motherfuckers, especially the, G-Boys and Orbiters, these motherfuckers love to say that Ethan's sending out these harassment campaigns against all these small creators, yada yada, and a third, when what it really is these niggas keep coming out here slandering him and all this shit because they want to suck off Hassan so fucking bad, or I guess suck off Trisha if there's some fucking stragglers from her shit left here, like snarking on the, on Ethan Hila on the pod. Bro, these heads be talking about him. Are you supposed to just take that shit? Let these motherfuckers slander you? Hell nah, nigga, you're responding. Bro, what the fuck? Yo, that shit is crazy.
A lot of his content and arguments in the show from snark pages about his enemies. TL is an obvious example of a snark that he would frequently get anti-Trisha arguments from, but the Destiny subreddits, which is basically a Hassan snark, is another example.
Oh my fucking god, no, not the Destiny talking points!
Research on the content nuke was probably 90% browsing that sub for out of context.
Yo. Keep fucking coping, nigga. These niggas gonna keep coping, bro.
Hassan clips and arguments to use against Hassan. And Sad Meme Dogger replies, it's like him getting mad at Adam for being on Colleen's snark when 1, Ethan and the crew use it for research, and 2,
Colleen who? Colleen Ballinger? Nigga.
Adam was a child that was taken advantage of by Colleen. So obviously
Oh
he's
yeah. Oh, Adam McIntyre. Yeah, my dumbass.
going to be a part of her snark. Love how Ethan just lies about things and his audience just goes with it. Wild to say Adam's whole job is snark when Ethan does the exact same shit except he has 20 years on Adam. Captain Kung Pao.
Oh, wait, go back, because I was totally missing. It's like him getting mad at Adam for being on Colleen Snark when, one, Ethan Crew used it for research, and two, Adam was a child that got taken advantage of by Colleen. Well, yeah, we know that. That's why her dumbass fucking got exposed and had to bust out a ukulele. So obviously he's going to be part of her snark. Yeah, that doesn't mean he's fucking avowing her snark, especially not now, nigga. What are we talking about? Love how Ethan just lies about things and his audience just goes with it. Again, what are these things he's lying about, bruh? Like, fuck. Like, yo. Again, let me see, and Oni just goes with it. Wild to say Adam's whole job is snark. Again, he was literally promoting the fucking H3 snark. What are we fucking talking about? Yo, he directly was promoting that shit, bro. When he wanted this, he said he would never, he literally was saying on a clip that he would never advocate to take down anyone else's snark and all that shit. And then got his own snark fucking taken down when them niggas called ice on him, which they shouldn't have done. That shit obviously is fucking bad, duh. But like, yo, do we see the blatant hypocrisy? It's like, yo, you went to go get your snark taken down, but you're avowing and fucking supporting the goddamn H3 snarks and all that shit. It's like, yo, what's going on here, bro? It's looking dumb as shit.
Of by Colleen. So obviously he's going to be a part of her snark. Love how Ethan just lies about things and his audience just goes with it. Wild to say Adam's whole job is snark when Ethan does the exact same shit except he has 20 years on Adam. Captain Kung Pao says, what is the evidence that she lied? The fact that she ended up having kids? And OP replies, when I talked to a fun guy about it, they linked me a clip from frenemies of her saying that the reason she thought she was infertile is because she was having unprotected S with her BF at the time for years and didn't get pregnant, but that she thought she might be able to conceive if she lost weight. They
So again, her like, you know what I'm saying, her John for all this, her defense on all this type of beat is that, yeah, she said so. Dude.
Thought this proved that she never actually believed she was infertile because she thought she had a possibility of getting pregnant in the future. They also said since she was
again, she said so. That's what we're getting off here. She said so.
Her period regularly, that should have proved to her she would be able to conceive, which is insane. Honestly, it's all stupid because if at any point she tried to get pregnant and couldn't, especially having unprotected S for a year plus, that's enough to count as struggling with fertility. Over on FOMOC,
I mean, yeah, sure, but if you're out here blatantly claiming that you are infertile, then that's a whole different John. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, it's one thing to be like, okay, you're struggling with fertility problems, but if you're straight up out here saying that you're infertile, and again, correct me if I'm wrong if she wasn't exactly saying that, Jazz, but if you're directly saying you're infertile, then like, that is just not true because you still have the obviously chance to still get pregnant, in which Trisha did, because 3 children, 3rd child, like, what are we talking about? So then I don't know, bro. Obviously it's fucking it's truly going to be apparent. It's truly a girly pop that's struggling with this. Yeah, fuck no, I ain't gonna lie. And obviously I don't want any huns, no girly pops, to be struggling with fertility because heads want to start families and all this type of jazz. And I talked about it before when freaking Bonnie Blue and freaking Lily Phillips was doing the fake pregnancy, John. Like, it's fucked up and all this type of beat. And that's where I'm saying I could feel Ethan's sentiment. Obviously, again, am I someone with children now? But like, yo, if someone's claiming to like have infertility and all these different Johns when there are people actually trying to have families and things like that, it's like, yo, it's even a little disrespectful. You know what I mean? It's like it's looking a little crazy. But again, fuck this Trilly dumbass now.
Committed to Greatness also posted the clip of Ethan Klein reacting. In classic Carpet replies, I'm a longtime hater of Trisha Paytas, but I do love how she gets under Ethan's skin without even trying. And Supernova Giraffe says, heartwarming. The worst people you know are all fighting. Frosting Freak says, truly, fuck this school. And JLoss23 replies, he's just mad because his bro-in-law and Trisha look genuinely happy.
Let's ask about what his bro-in-law is doing. I mean, it needs to be more substantiated, but I would also say it definitely needs to be looked into more at this point.
Ethan and his wife look so miserable, and seeing how he talks, I can't blame them. Deja Vu says, infertile does not equal sterile. Ethan Klein is such a stupid piece of shit. And Stan Barely Life 58 replies, yes, this is so simple. Infertile is not necessarily a permanent diagnosis. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives at Kiko, Salsaud, Coldest Bandito, Captain Crashout, and 19.
Yeah, that's just straight plausible deniability because it's just like, yo, if someone is saying this, if Trisha were to be saying this, we all know what that means. It's basically like her saying she wouldn't be able to have children. Like, come on. Yeah.
Kilometers, thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
All right. Y'all already know. Of course. Shout out Connor from Internet Versus. Baby. That was Internet Versus Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas. Of course, if you guys want to watch the OG video, down in the description, first link, sure to love. But of course, Connor at Internet Versus. As we've seen, baby. Yeah, final opinions and conjecture. Yeah, this is just more or less... I don't even know where to begin with this, John, bro. again, if Trisha was out here saying a bunch of jazz like, yeah, she's directly infertile and all this type of beat, and obviously went on to have children, that's great for her, because duh, bringing children to the world is miracles. But then her saying that is like, yo, clearly, I don't think you were as infertile as you thought. And to heads, you know what I'm saying, girly pops and women out there who are struggling with infertility and are infertile and want to have children, want to start families, that would directly be disrespectful. But so in that case, I guess we'll never know, because again, it's in Ethan's opinion. And the only person that could really give us the true Jones on that is Trisha, and I'll be frank with you, pathological liar, I don't think we're getting the truth. Second to that, I don't give a fuck what no one says. Again, the Aquaman name, fucking awful. I don't give a shit. Cancel me once more. That name, that is a fucking superhero's name in a fucking comic. That is not a name you give a child in real life. Especially in the goddamn internet era, where you know niggas are gonna meme and make fun of this child for this shit. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me with this. So that's why I'm like, yeah, man, I'm sorry, bro. Call me biased, and I guess especially Ethan Glazer, H3 Orbiter. But yeah, it's already not looking good on the the inclinations with Miss Paytas. I ain't gonna lie, she's already maxed in some stats, and then doing things like this doesn't corroborate any good or positive narratives for her as well. Because yeah, Aquaman, fuck no. But yeah, of course, like I said, if you guys want to watch the OG video, down in the description, first link, share the love with Conda for me and the once more, baby. And I'm finna catch y'all on the flip. Peace.